I want to take a moment now and show you some very special photographs. You've likely heard the phrase, live life to the fullest. Well, you're about to meet a St. Paul man, the photographer who took these pictures. He's a man who epitomizes living life to the fullest.
So let me get a shot of him with his piece, okay.
Walter Griffin has an eye
One more.
for capturing life.
I got you.
On a shoot in Minneapolis, he holds a machine he fell in love with years ago in Chicago.
When I was 3 years old, I commandeered the camera from my mother. And one day I asked, could I take the pictures? And that day I became the best knee photographer in the world because my world was down here.
He's being pretty humble. Those early days sparked a passion. Just like the black and white photographs, a talent developed.
White paper was immersed in this chemical, and all of a sudden an image came up, and it was magic. And I knew from that point on, I wanted to be a magician.
And he's met some pretty magical people.
I photographed Miles Davis, Count Basie, Sarah Vaughan, Dizzy Gillespie.
And he has the photos to prove it.
I met Bob Marley in 1968, and his hair was shorter than mine then. I got a chance to photograph him in like 1974, and he was on top of the world then. So, I mean, I was just lucky.
He specializes in jazz photography, but he's captured people and moments all around the world.
I met John in 1990. We did a march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, and I got a chance to spend some time, 8 days with him, as a matter of fact.
He captures history in a very intentional way.
I think that you have to see it and you have to feel it so that you can share it with other people. My most famous images are the ones that I photographed in Selma, Alabama, and that was during the 25th anniversary of the Civil Rights March.
Fueled by passion, he's also fueled by a certain snack. Okay, this is Rainier / Queen Anne?
Yeah.
Okay. An ace at photography. He's also an expert in cherries.
What do you taste?
Tart, a soft sugar, a little bit of an apple-ish.
No, you're tasting the cherry. I mean, only because you're assimilating with all these different tastes. So you're having a tasting sensation. That's what's happening to you.
Another childhood passion.
Oh, I was 8 years old, and I could buy cherries. They were 7 cents a pound. So I've been buying cherries since the 50s. I can say that I really love cherries.
They bring you joy?
They bring me joy, but more than that, I get a chance to share with other people.
Something else he shares with the world is his self-produced tunes.
Musicians always talk about they have their axe. Well, my axe is always with me.
Walter also happens to be a champion whistler, which started... When did you discover your talent for whistling? And yet again...
When I was 8 years old, everyone in the neighborhood used to put their fingers in their mouth and whistle. My mother told me that my fingers were too dirty to put in my mouth because there was a kid in the neighborhood named Harold, and I would look like Harold. Harold had this big rash around his mouth. So I sat up one night huffing and puffing and squeezing and doing all kinds of configurations with my lips. And I came up with a and when I did that, I knew the next day I would be able to go outside and challenge all finger blowers, which I did.
The trick?
It's simple. It's the teeth, the tongue, and the lips vibrating together.
He's whistled his way to the stages of top jazz musicians. When you whistle, it looks like you're almost kind of in a meditative state.
And I guess I am meditating because when I whistle, before I know it, I'm in a trance. my eyes are closed and I'm so fixated on that particular second. And that's what that is. That's the joy that I'm feeling within, but I'm able to give it to other people.
It seems like you have all these different interests.
I've been living. I've just been trying to live a life and not be bored and enjoy life every nanosecond. That's what's really important.
It just seems that as you enjoy these passions, you're also being of service to others with encouragement.
Everyone should enjoy what they see, to find enjoyment in the environment, in the world, and in other people. There is some uniqueness in everyone. You just have to be observant. That's what's really important.
With every bite, every sound, and every sight, Walter Griffin knows how to capture life.
Finding joy, finding happiness, and if you can find something that can house you and that can feed you, you're lucky.
We were lucky to meet him. There's actually a documentary on Walter's life available on Vimeo. It's called The Cherry Man. In it, Walter talks about his passion for life photography and, of course, cherries.